Number one where we keep our foot on the gas.
Disrespect us on our show and get a foot in your ass.
From the Bay to IE, we've been focused on cash.
Welcome to the Brotherhood, it's the Bruddaz Podcast. It's the Bruddaz Podcast. What's poppin', everybody? Welcome to
the Bruddaz Podcast.
Season 2, Episode 19. We got a special guest today. Our first guest of the season, actually.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? But before we begin, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. If you're listening to this on Spotify, make sure you guys follow us. Drop comments as well. I know that's a new feature. It's also on Spotify, so drop some comments and drop some comments in the video as well. I go by the name of Savvy6.
It's your boy JAYDANAVY, my bad.
I'm YUNGSAV.
And then we got our special guest, like he said, first guest of season 2. We got the co-founder and CEO and the whole shebang. He likes to call it the whole enchilada.
The head honcho.
We got Sean from Murphy's Ridge in the building.
Yes, sir.
What up, guys?
Thank you. Thank you.
We solid.
Go ahead and shout out your Instagram and where they can find you at, man.
So yeah, Sean Ryan at Murphy's_Ridge. So you'll see a little Murphy's Ridge kind of
Hats.
emblem like that.
You feel me?
You follow, say what up. I'm on a bunch of other platforms, but mostly just focus on IG.
Yep.
Perfect.
He gave us some paraphernalia. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
We
got some merch.
Got some merch.
Some tight merch, man. Guys, go support. I actually found him at Catalyst.
He's got a lot of tees too. I've seen like a lot of different designs and styles too, like long sleeves, sweaters to shirts. So
Yeah.
it's cool, man. Good little selection.
Yep. Yeah, man. So shout out Elliot too at the Catalyst, man, because I wouldn't have found this brand, and I am a big fan of the brand.
Catalyst.
Been following Murphy's Ridge, I would say, for 11 months. I've been
Almost a whole year.
Almost a whole year. I have been smoking mainly one brand of pot. So I think that's consistency right there. So that's what's up. I have a few questions that I want to start the show off today, but does anybody else want to say anything before I hit them with something?
You can do it because I don't want to ask the same questions as you.
Yeah,
Okay,
just go
okay.
for it. I'm going off top of the dome.
All right, perfect. So, Sean, how long have you been in the cannabis industry?
So I've been in the cannabis game pretty much my whole life because my parents sold weed in the 80s. So I kind of grew up around it like that. And then the first kind of grows and kind of slanging were probably late 80s, early 90s.
Okay. And where were we at?
Bay Area.
All right, Bay Area. Okay, and that's your hometown, right?
Yep, that's where I'm from. East Bay, Oakland, Hayward, Fremont.
Shout out to the Bay, man.
That's 3 of us right
Let's
here.
go.
It's kinda ironic, you know what I'm saying? Got some fellow Bay homies here.
Right. With the shenanigans over here.
We got some sharks from the tank, yo.
After the show, we're gonna do a sideshow outside. Okay. Damn. So, over 30 years.
Long time, yeah.
Wow,
pretty much.
man. Okay, and
That's
so
awesome.
Murphy's Ridge. Where did that come from?
So Murphy's Ridge was kind of born out of just having to survive in the industry where it's at today. So we're a small farm, kind of all single source in Murphy's, California.
Okay.
And so
That's tight.
we're on a 200-acre property. We have a half acre of greenhouse, and we're all nature. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's all beautiful up there. We're at about 2,800 foot elevation.
Wow.
So we're about an hour and a half, kind of southeast of Sacramento, about an hour east of Stockton, kind of like an hour south of Tahoe and an hour north of Yosemite. It's a kind of microclimate that's similar to the Emerald Triangle.
Wow.
Super
Okay.
sick. You could be in Frisco in like 2.5 hours. You could be in LA in like 5-6 hours.
That sounds normal.
So-
That
so-
sounds about right.
So the
You know,
brand,
average
and the logo,
traffic.
That's where you got that.
So yeah, the branding and the logo, everything was just kind of all born out of necessity. Just like Murphy's Ridge and the logo. This original logo started because I was like, look, we gotta be catchy. You know, being in the marketing game and trying to like, you know, introduce
You want
your
it to
brand
stand out.
customers, you got to have it stand out.
Mm-hmm.
So I went with the colors of the Oakland Athletics.
Mhm.
You know,
Okay.
from the
Oh, okay,
band.
that's where that came from.
Okay.
So yeah, I've had some Jamaican
Yeah.
homies hit me up and be like, "Bro, I see what you did."
Yeah,
And
thinking
I'm
the
like-
same thing.
And they're all like, "Bro, that's the color of the Jamaican flag." And
It
I'm like,
is.
sick.
It is.
Well, I did it.
Perfect.
I did it though.
It looks
because I'm
like a
from the
flag.
Bay.
Yeah.
It looks like a
Yeah.
flag, to be honest.
So you know.
You were going for a
Oakland,
different
yeah,
concept, but
Oakland,
got another concept out of it. That's
Kind of,
cool.
you
Yeah.
know, because when it comes to like marketing and trying to catch the customer's eye, you know, you have to just
Colors
get them to
matter.
stop they did matter to me.
Colors matter.
I didn't
Oh, they
see a lot of
matter.
these colors at first. You know, I'm starting to see a lot more yellows and greens
Yeah.
out there, but
Mhm.
that's how I came up with it.
Yellows and greens.
To
That's
top
sativas
that
and
question,
hybrids.
I noticed. To top that question, I noticed that your bags are similar to your logo, like how they're cut out on the top.
Yeah,
You know what I
got
mean?
them
I noticed that
outranged
too.
in there,
Is
them
that
on
was
the
that another
bags.
reason why you did that?
Yeah.
Just
That
to make
is
it
cool.
stand
Isn't
out.
that cool?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That is.
Because I seen my boy post a couple of them before on his story and stuff, and
Yeah.
I was like, that's cool how his bags are cut out ridge like a mountain.
Yep.
That's
Yeah,
tight.
that is tight.
That's something I caught.
Yeah,
And you
yeah.
rip
That's
the
good.
mountains
That's
off,
tight.
so after you purchase the bags from the dispensary or whatever, you kind of rip the top of the mountains off, you know, or if you can break it open without doing that, cool. But, you know, you got a heat seal on the top, so you kind of peel the mountains off.
Yep.
Kind of gets a little interaction with the customer.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because it
yeah.
definitely caught my
Yeah.
attention, for sure.
Yeah.
Because I was like, that's different.
Yeah,
You know what I
got
mean?
a
It
dope,
stood out.
bales.
Yeah, I mean that's what gets people to remember you when they, you know, when they're trying to roll up some smoke. You know, the bag that they have to open before they roll it up, they kind of just compared to like a regular Ziploc bag where everybody gets a little Ziploc bag, you know. But then if you have like a specific kind of design to your bag, and people will always remember that the way it feels when you open it. I know some Ziploc bags are really hard to open up. Like you gotta
Yeah.
try to get into it and kind of like have to.
Childproof.
Even some
Yeah.
that you could, you know how like you
adult
gotta
proof.
slide them, it still won't
Oh
even
yeah,
open
yeah.
like that. You
The
know what I
white,
mean?
the
It'll
white
get stuck.
envelope looking ones that you have the little Velcro right there. Not
Yeah.
Velcro. What is it called? The grip tape.
It's like a
Yeah.
Velcro, but it's a grip.
It's like a grip
It's like a
tape.
finger grip for you to
Yeah,
open it.
and they tell you to do this, but you can't do it.
Still
I don't
can't
like
open
that
it.
shit.
Yeah, you still
I
can't
cut
open
it.
To me, I feel like it
I
just
don't
revens
know.
up your fingers. You know what I
They
mean?
gave
And I'm
those
just like,
away
what's the
as
purpose of
Stizzies.
this?
They have them at Stizzy. They have
I don't
black
shop
ones.
at Stizzy. I'm sorry
I
if
used
you
to.
guys are at Stizzy.
I used to.
Yeah.
I've never been there,
You
but
know-
I do go to Catalyst. So go to
No
Catalyst.
offense. You know, nothing wrong with Stizzy, but
No.
I mean, I don't go to Stizzy. I don't use Stizzy no more because they always clog up, and for some reason,
Yeah, they get
you'll
stuck.
wake up the next day and it's empty.
Ooh,
I
it's
mean, I
hitting
might be
itself.
exaggerating on
Oh,
the
I
next
know
day
what you
part,
mean.
but you know what I mean?
It's hitting itself.
You're like,
That's crazy.
wait, yeah, like it's hitting itself, like it's disappearing or it's
Uh-huh.
leaking. Well, it does leak
Like
too.
if it's still being button pressed or still hit.
Yeah.
Like it's still consumed, you know?
Yeah.
I get you. Damn, that sucks.
I don't do Stizzies no more.
Nah. Never been in one of their stores. Never smoked one of their carts.
Well, I mean, you're dedicated to your own brand.
Mhm.
Yeah, and also being in
But I
the
mean,
game,
he has
you
his
know,
favorites, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, definitely.
Good question.
But at the end of the day, it's kind of funny because over the years, I never visited many dispensaries
Mm.
because most of my friends were in the dispensary game. If you know, this time going like back to like 07 when one of my good friends opened his first dispensary.
Yeah.
So most of my interactions with dispensaries were all friend spots. Garden of Eden is another one.
Yeah.
Over in San Lorenzo, kind of San Leandro area.
Yeah.
And so, like, you know, I just didn't go to dispensaries.
Like it was
And being a
basically
grower,
homies
you
with them
know,
homies.
We already had it.
Yeah. It was
the
just
product was
friends
already
of
at
friends
home.
that knew of each other, and you were all in the same, you know, business,
Right.
basically.
100%.
Yeah,
Right,
that's
right.
That's the way to go about it, man.
So is this still a family business?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, a lot of my family has died off. I lost my mom and my dad, and a bunch of my brothers. just
Our
to the
condolences.
game. Yeah, R.I.P. My oldest son works with me in the industry, but my other two sons do not. So it's
Okay.
kind of like not a family business in that aspect. My wife has always kind of been involved inadvertently just by being married to me.
Yeah.
33 years.
She didn't know what she
Okay.
signed up for.
She didn't.
That's all right.
But at the end of the day, it was kind of funny. So family business for sure. But like everybody I work with is like family.
Great.
So you
Yeah.
know, most of my friends have all been friends for 20, 30 plus.
At the end of the day, that's what a good, solid team comes to. You know what I mean? A foundation of people that you've already had that genuine bond with. You know,
Facts.
Yeah.
that's what's gonna make the team even as solid as it comes. You
Like
know?
you said, that's the family.
Facts.
Yeah, that's the family.
somebody, people that you could trust and break bread with.
Exactly.
That's the family.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's how you do it, man.
That
So
part.
you got one kid in the industry with you. That's dope. He's gonna continue your legacy, right? Is that what you're hoping for?
Right now,
Okay, good, man. That's what's up.
He's out on the road right now at stores.
How many stores are you in?
So I'm in about 50 to 60 stores.
Okay, and that's from the span of Southern
from San
California.
Diego to Chico.
Okay, wow. Okay.
Would you happen to be in a store called Plant Galaxy?
Well, I kind of work with retail partners that I know. So kind of how we met with
That was one of my
at
questions.
Catalyst, and then like just other retailers that I know, because the industry's super funky. Like
Yeah.
you could be a farmer. See, I'm a cultivator and a distributor, so I kind of control my whole pipeline, except for the retail aspect. 'Cause,
Okay.
Obviously, you can't. It's really hard
As far as the
to-
rundown goes, you're on control of that.
Yeah, well, I don't have a distributor that's eating off my plate, to get it out into the market, and then I'm the cultivator. So,
Okay.
that's how I try to keep my prices down, and I don't try to get into every store in the state, because then I'd be a quantity guy instead of a quality guy, and
Makes
that's
sense.
just not my game. I'm not trying to chase the biggest farm in the state.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be single source, craft, small batch greenhouse, living
Okay.
soil, organic. Work
Pesticide free.
Yeah, work that's distinctively different. You know what I'm saying? It's not just run of the mill. Just flower being purchased by a brand that don't grow weed. See, that's one of the big things in the industry right now. A lot of people don't realize is a lot of the bags in the stores, they didn't grow any of that weed. They pretty much either purchased it on the open market, or they got a deal going with some kind of outdoor farm somewhere, and they're trying to drive the price down to the cheapest possible price so that they can make a margin. And when you grow in quantity, you have to treat the gardens different. Every strain kind of ends up finishing out the same. It looks the same because it's being fed the same. It's being tended to, the same, if it's even being
Same processing.
Yeah. So, a lot
sense.
the industry's at a crossroads right now when it comes to like quality and quantity.
Yeah.
And the customers don't even really have as much of a say in it as they think they do, because they don't really know what the brand is behind the package.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? They're and then the bud tenders, they're usually entry level a lot of the times, and a lot of times the bud tenders don't really know exactly what's going on. Sometimes they do, but as soon as they start learning the game and kind of being able to educate customers, they're kind of moving up the chain. They're becoming leads and managers, then general managers, you know what I'm saying? And then they're getting over, in the stores that I work in, because I only work with select stores. I'm in about, like I said, 50 to 60 stores total, and I don't want to be in 80 or 100 right now, because that would mean that I'd, not be able to service those stores as good as I do. So
Would Plant Galaxy be one of those stores?
Nope.
No.
Nah, I really only work with Catalyst, Premier Society, Connected, and then some small mom and pop shops.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like
Makes sense, yeah.
About 10 small and mom.
You just still stick to your
Yeah, you mentioned that
what
Lake
you know.
Elsinore location.
Well, yeah, and Cake House as well.
Okay.
So Cake House down in Encinitas, and Cake House in Wildemar, and then maybe some other Cake House locations in the future. But right now I'm kind of just getting my feet wet with those guys and just working the accounts and starting.
That would still fall in the line of just the people that you're familiar with, correct?
100%.
Yeah. Okay.
Because if anybody is in this industry, they know how hard it is to collect on invoices. And a lot of the game is really shady. Like some retailers won't pay their bills.
I was just asking because Plant Galaxy is one of our sponsors. Shout out to Plant Galaxy.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about it. Plant Galaxy's a retailer or not, a dispensary.
I think they only have one location.
Yeah, as of right now, just one spot.
Sweet. Yeah, if they're doing it right, then they're doing it right. I mean, at the end of the day.
And it's located in Riverside.
There you go. The customers always decide which retailer is going to be successful.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
and that shines through with, you know, the experience the customer has.
Definitely.
And
Exactly.
the price point that they get and the consistency in the service.
Right.
Of course.
And
Of
so
course.
it's like, that's why a few of my retail partners are doing so well, because, well, they're not like new to the game.
Yeah, they've been doing it
They've
for a
been
while.
doing this.
They got years under their
They
belts.
got decades.
Hmm.
And they know how to run an operation, you know,
To get somebody to come back.
Yeah.
Well, efficiently, because the backside of it, there's a lot that goes on, you know, on the backside
Yeah.
to keep, you know, the flow going.
Keep the bags on the shelf.
Yeah, to keep it restocked.
Everything
keep,
cycling,
everything
keeping it
and
processing
keep the
right, you know.
customer's experience consistent, like you were saying earlier. You know, consistency. It's key.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Oh yeah, because
Gotta have that consistency.
If the Catalyst by me doesn't have it, I'm searching up another location that got it. I've traveled to the Moreno Valley, 45 minutes away before to pick up.
I hate going out that way.
And the reason being is because, like he said, the quality. You cannot, in my opinion, I know there's other brands out there, but for me, the quality of his product, with the pricing, you cannot beat it. I'm telling you. That's why I'm returning. And also the clubs that I choose to go to, I do return back to them because of my service and how they treat me. Some
I mean,
clubs I
that's
do
the
not
main
like.
part. You ain't gonna go to somewhere where they treat you like crap. You feel me?
Or they
I
just,
wouldn't.
you know,
Or where they
they're
ain't
just,
even
or they're just like, this is just a job to them. They're
giving you an
irritated
issue
to
right
be
at the
here.
that part.
You know, they don't want to tell you anything about what they got going on. And I have to ask you.
'Cause there's a lot of
"Damn, do
those."
You even smoke?
Yeah.
You even know about what you're selling me right now? Like,
Some of the dispensaries, the thing is like a lot of the brands that are on their shelves might be house brands.
Yeah, exactly.
So, you know, it's kind of like if you go to Safeway or Vaughn's or whatever, you know, and you're seeing like their select brand, a lot of the dispensaries are able to kind of push a lot of brands that are house brands. They're actually their brands. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So the bud tenders might not even know this.
Right.
And if they do know it and they don't want to express that to you, then maybe they're trying to kind of keep that on the DL because they're like, hey, we're trying to push this brand this week or this month because we need to move that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, you know,
Right.
that's just sales, you know.
Right,
that's
right.
going to happen in every industry. And cannabis ain't immune to it. You know, cannabis has got a lot of different little things that go on that a lot of the people don't know about. And I'm not here to blow the whistle on a bunch of back office shit, you know, because we can go down the rabbit hole.
Right. Right.
But that's what's up at some of the dispensaries. You just don't have as much knowledge at the person you're interfacing with. You know what I mean? Because you're in there, you're shopping real quick. You know, you're saying what up, and they don't know what's going down, but they're giving you the best information
That they have
at that moment.
Right.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And this person
Kind of like
could
the
be
news, how they just
21.
reading it off in front of them.
What's that?
I was like, kind of like the news, how they just reading it off in front of them, what
Yeah,
they're paid
you know,
to do.
they
You
might
know?
have been briefed on something. I go into stores and do bud tender trainings. So, you know, that's
Good.
kind of like, you know, and I go into stores and do my own PADs. They call those patient appreciation days. And so that's
tight.
when I come in, I set up a little stand, I'll put some stuff up there, and I'll wrap out with customers as they come in. You know, I do that shit myself. You know, it's the best way for me. I got 30 plus years in the game, and I'm talking to a customer that's coming in either buying edibles or an OG that's been buying for 40 years, and he's just stoked that he can come into dispensaries now and get his flower. You know what I mean? So that gives us the opportunity as a farm to be like, hey, what up, bro? You know what I'm saying? This is what we're all about. You know, Murphy's Ridge, small batch, single source, all living soil, organic, you know. When I say living source and organic, that kind of like covers the whole gamut, that you understand that I'm not using pesticides, miticides, and fungicides that are all systemic.
All the extra things that they're putting in their weed just to, I guess, boost it.
Well, no,
In a way.
that's stuff that farmers use to keep away pests, molds,
The
and
bugs.
diseases. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? Just like if you know, are buying some shit that's grown monocropped on a giant farm, you know what I'm saying? It's treated with a lot of different pesticides and miticides that are all legal.
And is there a certain process of way that you gotta spray them on there?
Well, we don't do any of that shit because we're organic and we're small batch.
Okay.
So we're still kind of like old school, you know, like OG style. Like we still
Yeah.
touch all the plants.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I mean? We got
You
small.
talk to them and call them your babies.
You got nicknames for the
Most
batches?
definitely. But the thing is we have a small enough canopy and we grow on small batch scale that we're not, multiple acres.
Okay.
And when we talk about acres, we start talking about square feet of canopy. Just straight all plants, all flower.
And when you say living, so my weed's alive.
Interesting. And then for those of you that didn't know, now you know.
Yeah, well, plants are all plants are alive.
Right.
And so
until you
when we say
down
living,
and cut them, right? So then they're still living? When they're in my package.
No, they're dead at that point. You're about to consume them.
Okay.
But the thing about the living soil is that the soil has microbial and living microbes and beneficial organisms in the soil.
Okay, so the stuff that's like kind of found like yogurt, milk, and stuff like that, right?
That's more like probiotics.
Probiotics, yeah.
Yeah, the probiotics.
It's like probiotics for soil.
Great. Okay.
I see. If that, that kind of breaks it down, and that makes the nutrients available to the plants. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
So like when you get into the science of growing, a lot of indoor weed is all grown synthetically. You know what I'm saying? Because the fertilizers.
You could taste it.
Well, you definitely can taste the difference.
You could taste the difference. You could feel the difference.
They get good flushes on their weed. I'm an indoor guy traditionally, but you get flushes on your indoor crops to where you don't taste any of the fertilizer.
Do you do hydroponics too?
No.
No.
No, we're all basically my
organic.
Yeah, I mean moms are in soil too. So it's like even when we take clones and all of my nursery, everything is all soil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like hydroponics is when you're growing in like
water.
rock wool. Well, that's
for rock wool, yeah.
That's
like inside of a building.
Yeah, I don't want to go down the nerd train with you and like hella correct, everything.
Yeah.
But if you're a grower and you're watching this, I want you to know that
there's a certain way to do it and there's a certain way not to, but you got opinions, Yeah.
I'm not an indoor grower. Most indoor growers all grow hydroponically. But once you get into the medium, how the plant is held in the garden, that's when you start breaking down how it's really grown. You know what I'm saying? Because it's either in cocoa, it's either in rock wool, which is just woven fiberglass, or it's a combination of cocoa, rock wool, perlite, peat moss, and you're feeding the fertilizer into the pot or into the tray, depending on what they're growing in. And you'll see in a lot of grow rooms in the indoor grows, they're all in little cocoa bags, either 1 gallon, 2 gallon, or 3 gallon bags. Because you only need about a gallon of medium for each month of growth. So indoor growers are only keeping plants alive for about 2 to 3 months.
And how long do you keep yours alive for?
Well, same time period, but just differently. Because we do it all.
More of a live green to it though, for sure.
Yeah, soil growers and hydro growers are just two different animals. You know what I'm saying? It's like everything that indoor guys and girls do is basically synthetically kind of driven. Everything that soil people do is more, organically driven. So it's just.
So are you doing it the old school way?
Well,
like would we consider this old school? Just putting it, growing it right out the dirt?
Nah. There's hella new tech.
Okay,
New age going into it, and we're always evolving too. Like we're adding 1 acre of no-till full sun this year.
Okay.
So we're gonna go from a 1/2 acre of greenhouse mixed light to a 1 acre full sun. And so if you know a lot about rosin and you know a lot about fresh frozen and all this different, concentrates and aspects, all the award winners out there are pulling fire from outdoor. All the best rosins, all the best waxes, everything comes off of like full sun. Because the terpenes that are grown from, the sun compared to indoor lights, the terpene profile's just hands down different.
Right.
And terpenes are what make plants medicinal. The terpenes are what matter.
Okay.
So if you talk to a lot of growers out there, they'll all talk about terpene profiles and just how high the terps are and how they can affect the terps by the inputs, because you feed the plants and the plants produce terpenes.
Right.
So obviously they need to photosynthesize. They need to be able to, make that shit happen. So, indoors you just have hella powerful lights. And outdoor and in greenhouse,
you got the best,
you use
the sun.
The sun.
I wonder how that's gonna work now that there's a
And the
fake
rays
sun in
of
the
the
sky.
With the heat.
You think it's still gonna grow the right way?
I don't know.
I got two more questions for you, and I'm gonna give the stage to someone else.
Let's go.
I'm gonna ask you a bit of maybe a personal question for you. If you don't want to answer, that's fine. What landed you in the wheelchair?
So I got a gunshot wound, and I don't have no problem. I got a gunshot wound in 2011 at one of my indoor grows. And, man, that's how it happened.
Oh,
So,
man.
Long story short, basically, boom, just a
Shootout right there?
Good old GSW at the grow.
Oh,
Damn.
we got a gangster in the building, y'all. Sean from Murphy's Ridge, give it up.
Hold on, where's all the applause? No, I'm fucking
Yeah, I'm
No,
like,
we're gonna throw that in there. Don't worry.
yeah, there you go, brother. No, it's all good. It's something that actually a lot of people, should be talking about more in a sense because it's fucked up, funny, and everything in between. You know what I mean? Because it's like a lot of us in the cannabis industry, we've dealt with all the gangster shit. We've dealt with fucking all the cops. We've dealt with the raids, the fires,
The laws.
everything. And then it's like
the whole should go.
I got a homie up in Frisco that just got 7 gunshot wounds in front of his dispensary in the
Damn.
vapor room. Okay? Just got discharged from the hospital. Dude lived, okay? Like 50 cents.
I was about to say he's the next
many
50.
shots?
7.
7.
2 more away from what 50 got hit with. He got hit by 9.
But anyway, here,
than Tupac.
but here's the thing though. Motherfuckers need to just quit shooting each other, okay? I'm gonna tell you right now.
Agreed.
The bottom line is, bro, I'm gonna be in a wheelchair probably. I love to keep hope and all that shit.
Right.
But I'm gonna probably be in a wheelchair for the rest of my life. And the paralysis didn't only just affect me. You know what I'm saying? It affected multiple people. Hella friends of mine, family, of course. I got 3 kids, a wife. Shit affected my family, my mom, my brothers. We came up fucking straight just through the hood. We came up with nothing, bro. My mom was a waitress at Denny's. I mean, there was a reason why we were slinging bags in the 80s. You know what I mean?
Right.
But, people have come to kind of like just accept the fact that if, you have a grow or if you're, trapping some bags or something that you might get blasted.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck? Shit's so out of line.
Yeah.
It's out of line for multiple reasons, but the way the universe works, I'm here to tell you that you smoke some dude over a couple pounds of weed or a fucking grow that you're trying to, snatch a 20-pack or something. You think you're gonna have the lick of your life and you're gonna, all of a sudden be living in Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
I'm here to tell you right now, you're not gonna catch any of those good fucking vibes you think you're gonna catch. You're gonna catch cases. You're gonna get locked up. You're gonna get smoked yourself.
You catch some hot ones.
You're gonna have
Hell
badass karma
For sure.
until you pay back all of it.
For
and then
sure.
some.
Facts.
For sure.
And
So
then
it's like,
worst case scenario too, they might also just come across that wrong one.
Well, of
You know,
course. But a
never
lot
know.
of us dudes that are trying to do it right, we can't be having shootouts at the
Right. It's like
Exactly.
we're going straight now. They can't be doing this kind of
My
shit.
lawyer-
They tampering with what you work so hard to achieve. You know what I mean?
I'd catch a bigger case for having guns at my grows more than I'd have the grows.
Yeah.
And I'm going back decades where like our grows were like, gray. They were legal but not legal. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like we would never catch a
Especially
state case.
firearms too. It just makes it even it
Well,
ups
the
it.
firearm is what you're gonna catch the case on.
Yeah.
Yep.
They upping your level already right there.
Yeah, it's not gonna be the thousands of plants. Or the fucking 50 lights or any of that. You're gonna catch the case because the DA is gonna be like, what do you have guns for?
Yeah, exactly.
You're gonna be like, because I had to protect myself. And they're gonna be like, nope, you're getting a felony.
Can't protect you and all this weed.
Or
True.
or you try to spend $200,000-$300,000 a year to have armed security at your grow. And now who's gonna pay for that? Well, the customer. Because if the grower has to pay for it, the grower has to incorporate it into their price that they try to bring it to the market for.
Yep.
And so it's
very
a
true.
whole fucked up thing that people just have to.
That's why you're paying that $85 at Stizzy.
Tell the homies to not jack people, get a job, and fucking make it happen.
Or shit, tell one of your kids to guard the door. Just
What?
make it a family business. Make it a family business. Tell your kid to guard the door. Hey, where we from? You know where we're from, Sean. We in my hood. We go to the liquor store and there's a 9-year-old giving me my change, asking me, do I want a pack of cigarettes? What kind of backwoods I would like today? 9 years old, and the dad's like in the top of the, like a little corner. He's like just watching from above. Yeah, that's my kid down there. He's doing a good job. Like I'm like, wait, you're gonna help me? Yeah. Anything else? Like a little ass kid. Anything else? What kind of backwoods you want today? I'm like, can you even serve me backwoods, bro? Like, what kind of establishment is it? But they do it. I got my last question. If you were not, like, let's just sit, we're in an alternate universe, right? You didn't live the life that you lived. You didn't grow up poor or slanging bags. We're in an alternate universe. And you could do anything, be anything. Would you still be a cannabis grower, cultivator, CEO, or would you choose to do something different with your life? If everything was there for you to do. You didn't have to choose this way. Mm-hmm. Not saying that, it's a bad thing that what you're doing. I love what you're doing. It's great and awesome.
I don't know.
But if you could do anything or be anything, what?
I mean, if I could have picked an alternate universe, like another path, I probably would have maybe just stayed in the military and done a, nice long career. And
okay.
Maybe went and did some CIA shit. And
okay.
Did some fun shit.
All right.
I think if I was ever to do anything else in life, it would have been that route that I initially picked.
What part?
Then I kind of got out of right away and got right back into my last life. If you.
What part of the military?
Well, I was in the Navy, so I did an enlistment in the military.
Navy.
But I would have just kept down that path.
That's crazy.
Right.
Things being equal, it would have been.
Yeah, I thought about the Navy in high school, and then things went wrong.
I wanted to go to the Air Force. Couldn't pass the fitness test.
And then I was gonna go to community college and take my fire protection technology classes, and then things went wrong. And that's how I ended up out here.
Papaya, man. All right, man. That's gonna wrap it up for my questions. What you guys got for Sean, man?
For sure. So you said, okay, so this is a family business, right? So it's been going on even way before you even took over, or?
Well, no. I've always, when you say family business, it's like I kind of grew up around cannabis.
Oh, okay.
And then it was a family business of my family, like my family that I grew up around.
Oh, right, okay. Right.
My kids and my wife have never really been a part of it, except for my oldest son.
Uninvoluntarily, have been a part of it.
Well, they've been a part of it because they're my kids. But, I like... My youngest son was about 10 when I got shot. My other son was 16. My other son was 19. So, obviously, everybody kind of found out about it pretty much immediately. My wife always knew, but, it was kind of out of sight, out of mind kind of thing. Because I wasn't a trapper at the house. You know what I mean? Yeah. But the thing is I didn't let my kids know what the fuck was going on. I owned other shit. I always told people I was in other businesses. Uh-huh. But if you were hip to shit, you know what I'm saying, and you knew what was up, you probably could see what
So they're
was up.
like, Dad works construction? Really?
No.
He doesn't have a hard hat.
Stuff like that. But when I say family business, it's like I have hella brothers.
Yeah.
And I'm the youngest of 5. And then my mom was in the game with me for a long time.
Hey.
Crazy. Years.
Yeah.
I love that.
And then, obviously my pops, but he died in the 90s. But like my family, I was the dude that broke the chain a little bit. The thing that fucked me up was my gunshot wound and my paralysis.
Right.
Because the bullet hit my spinal cord, and I was immediately paralyzed. And so I was in ICU for about 6 weeks, bro. So my family was going through it.
So
Highland Hospital, where they take
I
you?
was at a trauma center in the Central Valley, and then they transferred me to Oakland after about 6 weeks.
So what was your initial reaction when you got shot? Did you feel it go through? Did you just feel like you fell? Like, what,
Yeah.
how
Did you know you were gonna get shot? Did you see like?
Well, but did you know you got shot? Because I know there's some people that get shot and they didn't realize they got shot till they seen that they got shot.
So with
You know what
me
I mean?
particularly, bro, at this spot, it was a 40 lighter. I heard the front door of this place being kicked in, but it was secured. Okay, I've been in raids before,
But just hearing that, man.
just hearing that,
Yeah.
just hearing that, and it was about 12 o'clock at night, and so it should be
Hearing that shit
Done.
at night.
Should be
Yeah, it should
closed.
be
Yeah.
Boom. Yep.
Like, damn.
So I heard that shit going on. Took me about 5 seconds, man, to like get from where I was to the front door of this place.
Yeah.
And right about then and there was when I, like, in my brain, because I thought it was the cops. I was 100% ready to just be like, it's all good.
You were gonna open the door.
Well, of course. I
Yeah.
can't run. I own the place. You know what
Right,
I mean?
right.
And at the end of the day, I'm not tripping.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Right.
Hey, bro, I'm all good. I got a good attorney. This ain't even gonna be a case.
Yeah.
Like I don't got no weapons.
You got my paperwork right.
Right at the last second, I realized in my brain that these dudes weren't yelling police.
Usually they would.
Yeah.
Of course, I've been
Yeah.
in a raid before.
Yeah.
They yell it fucking very loud. They
Yeah.
don't want you
Loud as
shooting at them.
hell, yeah.
Right.
So, boom, right then and there, bro, I went from like being straight up like this to just being a little bit like ready for something. And right as that happened, the fucking door opened because it finally got breached.
They kicked. Yeah. They
Yeah,
kicked.
finally did it. Anyway, boom, 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 boom. There was a
at you.
few shots. Yeah, boom, boom. One went right through my chest. I immediately fell, bro. Like just boom. Like imagine just
Instant.
dropping like this hat.
Just instant.
And I didn't know I was paralyzed.
Didn't.
But
It
but
was
anyway,
just quick.
yeah, that was that quick. And then everybody ran, so they didn't even get
Anything.
Yeah.
So they run.
Dummy.
I try to kind of low crawl out of this, spot to kind of close the door because upstairs I'm still thinking like, all good, nothing to see here, because I'm kind of always compartmentalizing. You know what I'm saying? I'm always trying to solve a problem. And right now the problem is I don't need this grow discovered.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking I could just close this door. I don't
Fuck
even
it. Yeah, you left
I don't
good.
even realize I'm bleeding. You know what I'm saying? I don't even realize.
That's
I'm
why.
paralyzed.
Yeah. That's why I asked.
So
like,
you ask if I felt it?
if you felt
I didn't
it,
feel
like
a
you
fucking
didn't
thing.
realize.
Your adrenaline.
Yeah. All the
No.
adrenaline, right?
And then I guess I don't even
Yeah.
know. And then I bled out right on the front.
You passed out?
Yeah.
So
Well,
you
I
closed the
passed
door?
out.
Yeah.
I
You
don't
closed-
remember if I closed the door.
So you were trying to get to the door.
Well, because you
Well-
lost a lot of blood. So.
I know where they say
Just you
they-
moving from wherever you were going
Yeah.
is what made you bleed out like the way you did.
Well, the bullet
Oh,
pierced
'cause
the
the-
lung.
Because you
So-
gotta understand he's already injured.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
with
the
an open
bullet
wound.
pierced a lung. So now,
Yeah.
now it's like critical, I guess. You know what I mean? Because every time you take a breath, you're spitting out hella blood. So anyway, the body has about 6 pints or 6 liters of blood. They said they gave me 21 liters,
Damn.
and I got life flighted from like right across the street of this facility to a trauma center about 20 miles away, and then I got operated on in the emergency room, and I got hell of infections because they said I coded twice. They said if they would have waited to get to the operational room where it's all sterile.
Right.
They said, you probably wouldn't have made it because I barely made it. It's trippy, bro. And I was in a coma for about 6 weeks.
Damn.
So none of that shit I remember.
6 weeks.
I got feeding tubes. I
God.
got breathing shit, ventilator, the whole thing. I'm on life support.
Mhm.
And it's trippy because I don't come to till they take me out of the coma. And I seen my wife and my fucking kids. Oh, man.
So the
It was
6.
crazy.
Did you when you woke up? Did you ask how the
No, I
grow
couldn't
was?
talk,
Did you?
bro.
Oh,
No, I
what
was
you
still
were
all
able
over
to?
the
Were
shit.
you
At
like,
this point, he
how's
gotta
the
teach
grow?
himself
Did
how to,
I get
like,
my
you know.
shit?
When I I seen my wife, bro, my wife's a square bear, bro. She never even smoked a cigarette.
So now you were like, man,
when
fuck.
I seen my wife next to this bed and I was hooked up to all this shit.
After being in
and
a
I
coma.
couldn't move, you know what I'm saying? I'm just laying there.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
And,
see what you
I'm
put her
wondering
through?
what the date
Give
is.
her a raise. Put that woman through a lot. Give her a raise.
I put my wife and my kids through a lot with that.
Yeah, no, for sure, dude. 6 weeks.
I mean, you didn't ask for that to happen.
No, of course
so,
not. And that's all cannabis related. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's
That's
all
crazy,
like,
bro.
because I'm a grower and I grow dank, and they fucking
Somebody-
wanted that shit. You know, I almost got smoked.
Yeah.
And you know, a bunch of dudes had their lives impacted because they all got busted too, which was classic. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
Yeah.
usually dipshits that are doing dipshit shit are doing it to where they're getting caught. You know what I'm saying?
sloppy.
You always have heard the story.
Sloppy ass job.
Like gangsters and real criminals aren't in jail, bro. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? They're the ones
shit's
that
organized.
get away with it.
Yeah.
Like when you do dumb shit, just try to like fucking, you know, blast somebody for some fucking, you know, elbows, some units.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, bro, you usually end up getting busted.
I feel like I could get away with murder.
Ah,
I feel like I'd be a good murderer because I would not tell a fucking soul, and nobody would know.
Evidently.
And when people say, "Oh, I can't shoot anybody because I will not be able to sleep," I'll sleep just fucking fine. I watch murder investigations till like 3 in the morning.
See, you
every
look like the
fucking
type
day.
of person-
I'll sleep perfectly fine after I smoke your
That
ass.
would.
be you right here.
But I feel like I can do it. I'll be
Jesus.
perfectly fine. I'm not gonna even like have the night terrors or none of that shit. Oh well, smoked your ass. You had it coming. But I would not go in that fashion of trying to. For one, I'm
Oh,
not
well.
gonna go rob somebody from their shit. Like you said, mentioned earlier, karma. I really believe in fucking karma. So good. I'm glad they got him. I'm glad they got those assholes.
Well, that's not even the point. It's just the fact that they affected their families. You know what I'm saying?
And it's
They did.
still
Like,
it's
bro,
still affecting
no,
your
like,
guys. Literally.
It's literally like, you know, I mean, bro.
And if it was like 4 of them, only 2 of them, maybe 1 of them out of the 4 is really going to see for what it was.
Well, the thing about it too, dude, was like not any one of them was over 20 years old. It was like they were all.
There you
like,
go.
You know,
Lost their lives.
Mm-hmm. They just fucked it all up over some shit they thought was a
kids.
bag, but it wasn't. That was just not even a move.
And they took nothing.
Yeah, and they took nothing at that. Too,
No, they
so it's
took
like,
the
bro,
most valuable thing.
yeah, his ability to walk.
Yeah, but I mean, if you know,
But
their
in the
job
long run, they
wasn't-
fucked their life up too.
Yeah, I mean,
They're not gonna be able to
whatever their
walk
plan
on the
was,
streets.
so-
Importance to themselves.
So technically speaking, if you would really, like, if I was in his position, I'd be like, well, they could never walk the streets again.
I would
Mhm.
rather you just come take this
Yeah,
shit.
but see,
They didn't have to
here's
come
the
in
thing-
shooting like that.
Here's the thing about a lot of this shit, bro, is
Because like you said, you're looking at always the positive of, you
well,
know.
you have to.
Mhm.
Look, here's the thing: if you carry around a bunch of this shit, you know, everybody, you're carrying around shit that other people don't even give a fuck about.
Exactly.
And if you want to go like, you know, make other people not walk or eliminate their lives, you know what I'm saying? You're still letting that affect you.
Exactly.
Like, bro, 14.
Yeah,
I'll be
that's
14 years into this injury on March 13th.
14
I'm
years.
25.
Mhm.
Damn.
That was gonna be one of my questions too. Is
I'll be
how
14
long?
years into this, bro. And about the first 2-3 years, dude, I ain't gonna lie, bro. There was some evil shit going on, you know, upstairs.
I got a real
yeah.
good question
But-
for you.
but
Oh, yeah.
The
That.
thing is, like, I realize that forgiveness, bro, is not even for them.
Nope.
It's for me. I
For
don't give a
yourself.
fuck.
Yep.
It ain't for anybody else. It's for me, bro.
Yep.
I know all about, like, you know, evil shit, you know, but it's like, you carry that shit around like baggage, bro.
Mm.
Mhm.
And when you let shit just go, you're free. And you're the only motherfucker that can do that anyway.
It's affecting the others too even more because of the fact that they see it's just like.
And dude, I'm
yeah.
a provider, bro. You know what
Exactly.
I'm saying? I'm a
You gotta
fucking
do what you gotta
dad.
do.
I'm a husband. When I got paralyzed, bro, I had 3 mortgages and a mom that I took care of. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had 30 grand to my name, bro, and my bills every month were almost that. So it's like, and I ain't got time for
Right.
Dude, I ain't got time for all. I gotta feed Bailey too. I ain't got time for all the drama. You know what I mean, bro?
That's why
It's
she
like
stood
the
up. She's
bills-
like, "What about me?"
The bills keep coming, dude. You know
Yeah.
what
Oh
I'm saying?
yeah, the world
It's
keeps
like-
spinning.
Keep coming.
They have
I
to
know
though.
about living in fucking trailers and having nothing, dude, and having your mom come home with waitress tips. You know what I mean? My
Just to
kids
make
played-
ends meet.
Bro, my kids played travel ball, dude, and grew up in San Ramon. I wasn't about to try to throw all that shit away and be like, oh fuck, I'm fucking mad at the world.
Yeah.
I'm paralyzed. I piss in a bag 5 times a day. You know what I mean? I gotta fucking take care of my body, unlike anything anybody ever realizes, unless they know somebody that's fucking paralyzed.
I do.
So it's like all that kind of shit. You gotta let that shit go. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck about any of that, dude. Anybody that's holding on to my mental positivity is holding on to my life more than
Facts.
than anything.
That's facts.
That's half the reason why I've been successful even after the injury. You know what I mean? I was successful before, but success afterwards was completely different because I had to figure out a whole new way to do it. And bro, I was back to growing 40, 50, 60 lighters within about a year. You know what I'm saying? Within about 12 months, dude.
Yeah.
And I was still an indoor guy back then. I started just dabbling on the outdoor scene and then the greenhouse game. Started learning hella different shit about, how to apply my skills. And then I opened a trim company in like 2012.
You stay dedicated, man.
Well,
Right. He's
never left-
inspiring,
Everything he
bro.
does is
well,
for the
I didn't want to leave
business.
cannabis, bro, because I caught a fucking gunshot wound and got paralyzed.
Right.
It's like, nah, bro, I've been thriving and
You're very
driving.
good at it, which is why you're dedicated
Yeah,
to it.
I mean, I fucking love it. You could control
You gotta
it from
love it.
start to be, start to end.
Right.
It's like any craftsman, bro. Like a concrete layer, a fucking, a carpentry guy. Anybody that does anything in the trades, dude, they do it because they love start to finish.
And
gotta
you look
love it.
happy
Get to
when you're
watch
doing
the
You gotta
shit,
love it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
You can't do it for
but-
the money. You gotta love it.
But I mean, I've had hell of other experiences in business, and I can fuck around in other businesses. But I love cannabis.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like when I was like,
Cannabis loves you.
recovering.
So do
Well,
the
I mean,
customers.
A lot of people try to talk about cannabis culture and all that shit. And I think cannabis culture, bro, is the togetherness, the connection that people have with it. I can be in fucking Argentina, bro, or Morocco and be like, hey. and if
Weed
you got-
is universal,
you got any
definitely.
smoke, and they'll be like, yeah.
That's that famous.
Or
That's
whatever,
that famous
you know what
signal.
I'm saying? I know
Show.
a guy.
Show us the famous signal again.
guy.
Everybody knows that, huh?
And it's funny because that's the culture that everybody wants to coin. It's not a fucking fashion.
Uh-huh.
It's not a hairstyle. It's not like, oh, that shirt's the culture. Nah, bro. The culture of cannabis, I think, is the togetherness,
Facts.
the unity you kind of feel, and the relaxed and the just chill, the medicinal part of it.
So you're very familiar with Hippie Hill back in the day.
Oh yeah.
Man, they used to have the big old freaking joints
But
that
I
they
didn't
would
go
roll.
out to a lot of these things, bro. Like back in the day, I mean, I'm talking over the decades.
Yeah.
I never went to Hippie
I went
Hill.
to one.
I went to
never-
one.
Yeah, I
went to
never
one,
went to
yeah.
dispensaries, bro. I never went to like fucking pop-ups. Never went to any of that shit.
Yeah, yeah.
I
I never went to dispensaries too, and like this was like a, I would say like, pandemic thing.
I used to just weed maps. Man.
I just had a weed guy.
No,
Like
yeah.
I just always went to my guy. Old school.
Weed maps.
He was my neighbor. He had the good.
Always being a grower, I've never been much of a customer. So, I mean, even though I can relate, because I've bought bags.
I ain't a grower, but I always try to make sure I have the best quality for my customers.
So you don't smoke?
Oh, no, I smoke.
Oh, okay, okay.
I'm
What? That would be crazy. Can you
I was just like,
imagine?
wait. So
No,
you?
I mean, I
Can you
don't think
imagine?
have
So
to
many
smoke,
years.
But like, I've taken breaks over
crazy.
the decades, but
Yeah.
at the same time, it's like, no, I'm a consumer.
So how
Okay.
long of a break was your longest break?
Shit, probably about 2 years.
That's a pretty long.
Yeah,
Hell
I was
yeah.
taking
That's
about a
pretty long
6-month break to do some big life insurance shit.
And then it turned into 2
And it
years.
just turned into 2 years.
How did you
And I was a
feel?
grower the whole time.
But how were you feeling after not having any of that in your
I
system?
felt great.
You feel a little more alive, and
Nah,
because I know
felt
some
great.
people when they smoke a lot, like every single day they're just sluggish.
I'm one of those Wiz Khalifa smokers, bro. I'm up early and fucking going to bed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck. I'm trying to get shit done.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm like one of those
Right.
stoners that like tries to surround himself. If you're a smoker and you want to be in my circle, you got to be a doer.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got to be.
Don't smoke and get
Can you
lazy.
say that again
Yeah.
for us, man?
Well, you know, if you're a smoker and you're in my circle, bro, I want you to be a doer. You know what I'm saying? If you're one of those smokers that don't do shit, well, we ain't smoking that much.
Nope.
Just sit around
We ain't
and-
smoking at all.
Hey, facts.
That's it. We ain't
You ain't
smoking
smoking
at
at all. Hey, you can't get shit done after noon
Just
because
like
you got
the
high.
Looney shouts to them, man, when he said I got 5 on it, you ain't got nothing to put in on it, you ain't hitting this shit, man. Come on now, that's
Hey,
ridiculous.
did you guys know when they said five? You got 5 on it. That you know they weren't actually talking about $5, right?
Nope.
They weren't talking about that.
meaning
You guys
better
know
have
what
your
this?
5 piece on it.
You guys know what they was talking about? You got to guess. You got to guess.
Ask Savvy. This is a question for Savvy.
So,
This all you. You in the hot seat.
You
No.
I was like,
I'm not
you
gonna
a
lie.
Bay native? Do you
can't ask
know?
me this because I ain't, you know.
I always thought it was $5.
I'm gonna tell you guys what
It's
they're
not.
really talking
I knew
about.
it wasn't though.
It's 500.
Yeah.
It's 500.
My thing on it is I was thinking like
But they
Like, you
capitalize
have
off of
five
it thinking
piece
you
on it.
got
Oh, you're talking
5,
about-
right?
it's not the $5.
Like,
but
we call
you
all
have
5
your own
piece up.
five. Like
Yeah,
what we
yeah.
call 5, where I come from is like get your own blunt too. Like where's your 5 at?
Right.
I mean,
I
you
always
got your
thought
blends, you ain't got no
5.
blunt to pitch in with the blunts that we got going on, and you ain't getting no blunt.
Yeah.
So if you pay attention in the song, they give a hint, and they say not the 5. I don't know the word for word, but he says not the something like not the 5, but the 500.
Oh, he did.
Oh, you did.
He did.
He did say that.
Right?
He did. Damn, that's
like
crazy.
we're
Hey,
in the big
hey,
pack, bro.
mine's
We're
right
not
now.
getting no.
Mine's right now.
you talking about a date?
That's what I thought.
500.
Yeah.
That's what
What
I
was
was
that?
thinking. That's why I didn't think too much of it.
What does that mean?
Said you got 5 on my tender, you could bend it over the table, but
Yeah,
be
he's
sure
talking
that you.
about an escort, bro. Yeah.
See?
But-
So you was a little off. See? This is a good thing we talking
I
about.
gotta
though.
listen.
See?
I gotta listen to the whole song again to really.
Yeah, was it that part?
And then it's like, which one was it? Because there's 2 of them, correct?
Five.
You got to know which one
There's a few of them.
said it on the verse.
And 500 on the real field. I'm up to the middle. I say yellow. That part.
That wasn't talking about the
500.
hooker.
I think
Yeah,
he's I think it's still talking about a date
He's talking
though.
about 500.
Like a date because he said 00.
So like about like a pound.
But it
Oh,
makes
that makes
sense.
sense.
It's
Yeah,
hell of them,
like,
bro. It's
but it
like
makes
5 of
sense.
them.
That's
Yeah,
doable.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I
But
was like, that's
they
doable.
capitalized off of that because we are broke, we are poor, and we are piecing up $5. You got $5, I got $5. Now we'll go get a 20 stack or whatever, right? So it's to us. We're like, hey, you got 5 on it. Like I got 5 on it. You
Remember
got
that.
5 on it.
Yeah, I got you too.
They capitalize off that
I
shit. They're
remember them
smart.
days. So your first time smoking ever, like what was that like? Because everybody remembers their very first time smoking.
You
I know I do.
always hear this question being thrown out there, and it's kind of funny, bro. I'm such a old school stoner. The only like first time I remember, it was like around like 6th grade, because it was like I'm kind of a young like 6th grader.
I started around 6th grade too.
But like I remember telling my boy Rudy, I was like, "Hey, bro,
Shout out to Rudy.
Yeah, Rudy Villa, my homie."
God damn it, you got it all started, Rudy.
Nah, dude, it was my dad's weed. It was my. It was
What, are you stealing it?
Still from that.
Ah,
Boy, he sold fuck every.
Armor's a bitch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, dude.
Dad's
I
not
had
gonna
it
watch
down.
I mean, he just said
How many,
he just said in
how
the
much have you
70s.
guys
You feel me? So
Ryan
yeah,
pitched from you over the years?
Pops is doing his thing.
Yeah, think about
Couple
it.
years, yeah. Yeah, he was slinging units. Nah, it was some brickweed, some good fucking, brickweed all broken up and all perfect, de-seeded, de-stemmed,
Not no
Yeah.
chronic.
fluffy. Nah, the Chronic wasn't even out yet.
Okay.
In the 80s, it was Skunk Bud or Killer Green Bud.
Okay.
Was any of it brown?
Nah, well, that was the brickweed coming from
Yeah,
Mexico.
that's why I had to ask, because when you say brick, because that's what
That's
they
what I
called
was
chronic too
thinking.
at a point in time, was because it was
This
the
is before
lowest.
any of you
But
guys
that's
were
why I was
even
like, man,
alive, you know?
So what is this, like
I'm 90s. I'm a
71?
90s baby.
What
Well,
year is
my
this?
oldest is 92, and then I got a 92 and a 96. So it's like I know when you guys were born,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it was way into my years.
So what did Rudy do?
this is
well,
tight.
no, me and Rudy were smoking. I was the bad influence on Rudy. He had
Ah.
a good Catholic
So
family.
you
It
got
was
him
your
to
dad's
smoke.
weed, you
Oh,
stole
yeah,
it.
we were the fucked up, family. But
They
we
smoked
never,
each other out. Fuck it.
But yeah, I smoked some weed and I was stoned, but I don't remember exactly except for like that summer I started smoking heavy.
Oh yeah.
Started going in more.
And moving dime bags. So that's
You
when
immediately start
Oh,
distribution.
Yeah, I started.
This guy had it in him from the very beginning, y'all.
I was hustling bags for years.
But I mean, like your very first reaction, you were like, what caused you to be like, oh, you know what, I'm gonna try smoking?
Is it because you saw your parents smoking?
No,
With
my
everybody.
parents didn't even smoke weed.
No?
It was all my brothers and my sister and like all the influences in that kind
Yeah.
of like realm. You know what I mean? And it was like bad influences.
Were they hippies?
No, just fucking
Just-
drug addicts.
Okay.
Drug everything, you know what I'm saying? Because I kind of grew up around a lot of drugs. You know, crack hit the scene.
Especially being in the Bay.
Hella meth, heroin.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Angel dust, China white, like a lot of that.
You
stuff.
picked the right one.
A lot of that stuff came through like my neighborhood pretty heavy, and by '89 I had kind of seen it all.
Right.
And then I was 14.
Yeah.
I had my first kid 16.
Damn.
So you know, like
This guy
Yeah,
lived
he was
a
trapping for real,
speedy
y'all.
life.
I seen a lot of shit. I was done with all drugs pretty much except for weed when I was 16, 15, 17. I was all done with all that shit. I had a house burned down because my brother was cooking crystal meth.
Man.
Goddamn Breaking Bad.
Damn it.
No, I'm serious. Like,
Yeah.
That's when I moved out.
You're like, fuck, man, lost all my shit again? God. Can't you just learn the method?
That
Not
house
again,
that's
that
on
was-
the corner when you guys pulled into my block, that shit blew up.
No,
like
that-
about a
I
month
didn't-
ago,
yeah, this
last
shit
year.
didn't blow
Oh,
up.
damn.
It just, you know, he was cooking back in the day. He just got out of San Quentin, doing about 3.5 years. He learned the recipe from a dude that was doing life, his celly. He came home. Obviously, he gets paroled to the house. You know,
Yeah. That's
convinced-
that shit though, thinking that you go,
Well,
hey, I
yeah,
can do
but,
this.
you know, this is
He
what
left out
everybody-
one part of the recipe.
Yeah.
Well, nah, he had it dialed. He had it
Fuck.
dialed, but what he fucked up on, and it, you know, it fucked up from the beginning. But he convinced the folks that he could cook this meth. They're gonna make a bunch of money. My parents were like, all right, I guess go ahead.
Yeah.
And
Cook that shit up, son!
he's cooking it up, and he catches fire in the kitchen. But little does he know that the fire from the kitchen hit all the gases that were all up in the attic.
Oh shit.
And so that caught the whole top of the house on fire.
Shit.
And literally, dude, it burnt the whole fucking house down to the
Down.
ground.
Damn.
Lost
The
all-
Palisades?
Lost all the like all my childhood shit, trophies,
Damn.
clothes, everything. And it was fucked up.
A lot of things you
Oh,
cannot
yeah.
get back.
Yep.
Well, he loaded up an old.
I wonder how your parents felt now. They're like, fuck! That is the worst feeling. To have something backfire on your ass, like, that is the worst feeling. When you do something to yourself and you can't blame anyone else but you.
Yeah, but you gotta understand in those
damn.
situations, they never blame themselves.
Yeah.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Because
They're like, it's a part of the game.
Series of
well,
unfortunate
this is
event.
the problem with people taking accountability.
Yep.
And so, you
Right,
know,
so they're like, it's part of the game.
Of
We knew
course.
that could happen.
Series of unfortunate
I don't think they
events,
think
bro.
that. I
So
don't
you
think
can't
they
control
think it
everything.
through like that.
Final
I don't
destination.
think that people think it through like that.
Shit
If
happens.
my parents would have thought it through, I don't think they would have been like, yeah, let's burn the house down.
Exactly.
You know, it was like, nah, dude, that shit ain't thought.
Mm-mm.
It's poor thought.
Mm-hmm.
And the actions, you know, ended up putting us all in motels. And that's when I met my son's mom. You know what I mean? I had these 3 girls that were like, yeah.
Shout out to moms.
Yeah.
Shout out to moms.
There was 3 of them.
Well, yeah, one was a friend of mine, and then one became my wife, and then one was my friend's sister. So I had these 3 chicks that were like, yeah, you can come live with us. You
That's
know,
crazy.
I'm like 16. I'm at a hotel room or this house with 3 girls. I'm like, hey, you guys, I love you, but I'm out. So my family was kind of like,
Hell of an ultimatum, y'all.
Right.
You
Yeah,
got
and 2
idea.
months later, my girlfriend that became my girlfriend, then my wife, she got pregnant.
Oh.
You
Okay.
lived
So-
fast.
So I ended up fucking, and I ended up telling her I was a year older than I was. Because
Okay.
I was more mature than I was.
I mean, that was cliche of us back then.
So you were
know,
pretending to be
do-
17.
Well, because she was.
Yeah.
Where do you think
20.
we all got it from?
So you're like, I gotta at least be
They was the
18
starters to
soon.
that shit.
So you're like, I'm 17, I'll be 18.
Yeah, and I was actually.
And then when you turn 17, you're like, I got something to really tell you.
No, I actually joined the military at 17 just to get out of the scene. because it was like my family.
Give you a whole different way of
I
life
just needed
too.
to get the fuck away. So I joined the military at 17 and took off.
I have a real good question for you, bro.
All right.
What's the one thing that you own in life that you wish you didn't?
Good question.
You know, man, I try not to regret anything. You know what I'm saying? And I'm fucking blessed, bro. You know, I own hella shit. So
There's no right or
Did you
wrong
get
answer to
handed
this
down
question.
anything?
Never. Bro, I paid for both my parents' funerals. Nah, dude.
Respect.
Yeah.
I respect
dude,
it.
I almost fucking cried, dude, thinking about when my dad passed
I'm not trying to
away.
get you there,
Nah,
but you
dude,
know.
my dad passed away, bro. I dropped like $6,000 on a funeral that nobody in my family could afford. And these are the 90s, bro. I was just up and
That's a
coming.
lot of money
Right.
back then.
Yeah.
When my mom
Hell
died
yeah.
in 2018, bro, I dropped like $30,000 on her burial and her service. And ain't nobody helped
Our
me.
condolences and rest in peace, man.
No,
Yeah,
it's all
definitely,
good.
You know what I
definitely.
But no, I don't own shit that I regret. Because I don't live in regret. It's the thief of happiness. I don't give
I
a
love
fuck.
that answer though, because
I like that.
it's more of like a trick question to get people to really think of like, you know, do you
Yeah,
really know
dude.
yourself? You know what I mean? At the end of the
I
day,
think
that's what
regret
that
leads-
question
yeah,
is.
I think regret just
And I love your
leads you
answer.
down a
I really do.
different lane than you should be in. Period.
I like that.
Because there ain't no, I mean, why?
Yeah.
I can't give any energy to regret.
Right.
I can't give any energy to the shit that I don't like.
You guys hear that?
I gotta give it to what I want to achieve, or what I do like, or what I'm grateful for, or thankful for.
And
Exactly.
that's why you.
So-
That's what life's about, baby.
You grew up fast, so with that being said, I got a quick span of quick questions. You're gonna answer them super fast.
That one
right?
got it for you
We're
right
gonna
there.
change this up real quick. We're gonna switch the show around real quick, just for 5 seconds, just for a few minutes, less than a minute. I'm gonna ask you 5 questions. You're gonna give me the first answer, quick answer, top of don't know, just spit it out.
Mhm.
All right,
Again, no right or wrong answer. And if you want to skip it, you can skip it.
ready, set, go. Favorite pet's name?
Bailey.
Come on, man.
Where'd you kiss your girlfriend? First time, first kiss.
The house we met in.
Okay. Mother's maiden name.
Elaine.
What was your high school?
Cal High.
Alright, so we can get into this guy's Gmail and everything else, guys. Look at what I just did there. I got all his security questions. Thank you, JAYDANAVY. I just put everybody on.
hell?
We're gonna hack this guy's profiles tonight, alright? If you end up getting hacked, it wasn't me, it was the audience out there. You gave them all your answers. I don't know why you did that. No, I'm just kidding. I just wanted to liven up the mood a little bit
that
right
was
there.
funny.
I just wanted to liven up
I really
the mood.
thought you was really like speed questioning him, bro. I'm like, damn.
Nah, I just want to
What's your
fucking
pet's
throw a
name?
curveball.
What's your maiden's
I just want to throw a curveball in here. Yeah, I was like, damn, what was the last one? Oh yeah, the maiden's name.
That was
Tripping on any of that, join LifeLock.
Right,
Man.
25-year member right here, player.
Hey,
Yeah.
They send emails, pelicans, fucking smoke signals.
Pass back to
the
your boy
Batman
Sam.
signal.
I got like 4 more good questions for you, if that's okay,
Let's go.
sir.
Hell yeah.
What's your favorite strain?
Just so many.
Is it yours?
Damn.
And be honest, because if it's someone else's,
You know, when it comes to flower, bro, I love so many flowers, dude.
Facts.
I've grown so many.
Hey, guys
trees.
love flowers too.
Okay, give me your favorite 5.
no,
Give me
seriously.
your favorite 5.
Valentine's Day is coming
trees,
up.
And what are they, indica or sativa? When you
I'm
saying the
definitely
names.
more of a sativa guy than I am.
Yeah, he's
a
up
Okay.
early.
He doesn't like the industry.
He's still on prison schedule.
Yeah, I don't like. Yeah.
Okay, so give me 5
He got shit
good
to
strains
do,
that you
goddamn it.
He
like.
got shit to do.
Shit, I
And
like
chair did not slow this man down.
Hold on.
Like a train wreck.
Okay,
I love
a
train
A gelato 41's always
can't go wrong with gelato.
Shit, I like any Skittles cross.
Okay.
Have you heard of BTY?
No, I have not.
It's called Better Than Yours.
I like that shit.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
really, it's real strong.
Better
It's
than
hard to-
yours.
I mean, bro, I love that crypto chronic that we grow.
I was gonna ask you how, since you did all this from the ground up, and I've always wanted to know like the real answer. How do you come up with the names that you are calling your strains?
Wait, hold on. Save that though.
All of them are already pretty much named.
Basically,
Who named it?
the people
seeds.
before who they got to when he got them.
Yeah, you just buy the seeds, right?
Unless he grows,
Like, I always just wanted
unless
to
he
know.
crossbreeds his
Unless
own
he
shit, then he could
crossbreeds.
give it a name.
Crossbreed.
You feel me? Crossbreeding, but not a lot of people like doing that. Because then again,
the
you gotta
seed
get
has a
names
name.
that are already created.
Oh, yeah, we don't want to go down that way.
So the seed
feel
has
me?
a name, and then that's
So
how
hold
you
on,
guys
no,
come
no,
up with
don't get
it.
off
You're not
topic.
actually the one doing it.
That
Yeah.
was a good
That's
selection.
about 5.
Yeah, that was a good
I picked
selection.
a bunch of old, you know.
What's your go-to music to listen to when you're smoking? That's my next question. That's
Sorry, I didn't
question
mean I
number
throw
2.
you off
No,
with
you
your-
good. That's question number 2. I'm on it right now. You told me to be on it, and I'm
Yeah,
on that
I-
shit,
you know,
boy.
I don't really have a go-to, bro, because like my Pandora's got like.
You like Bob Marley?
Of course, yeah.
Everybody love Bob Marley.
But I like a lot of like.
Everything's all right.
Yeah, for sure. Right? Yeah, some Bob Marley, you can't go wrong.
You
Like,
can't go
Who shot
wrong
the
with
sheriff?
it. I did it.
Hey, did he shoot the deputy?
Shit, I didn't do
Bro,
neither.
I could smoke to a good podcast, to a good fucking audio book.
As long as it's entertaining, that's what I was gonna ask you.
Yeah.
Because my next question was, do you like to watch a certain show while smoking? And if you do, which show is it?
I'm always smoking, so it's like. So it's not like I watch like a particular show and sit down and be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, like,
Yeah, you just-
you know, and I don't really watch a lot of shows, to be honest. You know, most of my time is kind of like, if I watch a show, it's either on the road. You know, I got like Landman or some shit, Ozarks from back. You know, all the different shit. I'll just be running through it. Or if I'm on some of my physical therapy equipment, maybe I'll watch something. But other than that, man, I'm fucking grinding. I got
All right.
Damn,
So you summed up all the other questions, but when? What day and what time period, what age were you when you was just like, this is what I'm gonna do? Because I'm pretty sure you already had this foundation manifested in your head somewhere.
Well, I've always been doing it.
But when you said, I'm going straight, I'm going to be a call, I'm going to
you
do
just
this,
like, fuck
I'm
everything
gonna make
else,
my own
this is what
package.
it is.
When you put the plan together.
Now or 25 years ago?
It was 25 years ago?
Whatever
when
sparked you. What was your spark?
Well,
I want to know what your spark was.
Being a grower and being blessed to be able to grow firework and do something you love, and you're also a consumer, you're blessed. You know what I'm saying? So, like, everything I do, I enjoy. Once I don't enjoy something, I'm pivoting, period.
Okay.
And even in the cannabis space, bro, I've done hella different shit. And I didn't know I was going to have to reinvent myself all this many times, just even after the gunshot wound. But even before that, trying to chase the newest strain and trying to be the most relevant grower and have the best fire in the turkey bag. Because, you know, I sell pounds.
Yeah.
So it's like somebody opens up a pound, you know, a turkey bag, they want to know that they're fucking getting fire.
They're getting what they want.
So, like, you know,
and what they're looking for.
When I knew I was killing it was, you know, I was just like, shit. I mean, that was decades ago.
Yeah.
I mean, I've always had sought after work. And shout out to hella other good, great, phenomenal growers.
Yes, of course. Shout out to all of them.
I've always been blessed in the Bay with hella the original folks that have been killing it for decades, since the 90s. And we've all shared strains, and we've all popped hella beans, and we've all done hella pheno hunts.
Have you ever worked with any like rappers from the Bay? Like
Nope.
That was my Sav's Hot 5, y'all.
All right. Hot 5. I like that. We're going to add that.
Yeah, that's my new segment that I got coming.
Got a hot 5 for you.
Sav's Hot 5.
I like that.
There you go. But no, we haven't done any collabs with any rappers or anything like that. We've always... See, most of the dudes that have been trapping, like they just want to stay in the back scene. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't ever want to come out of the shadows until about 2 years ago.
What made you want to decide?
Survival, baby.
survival.
Yeah, we got firework, and we just don't want to. We don't want to be at the mercy of the market.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because like, if you're a buyer and you're from out of the state or out of the country, and you're out here buying work, you're gonna go to the cheapest work out there, and we just can't compete with that.
Right.
Why would we want to be putting quality work out there for the brokers when they're gonna build a name off of our hard work,
Right.
sweat, tears, dedication.
Facts.
See, that's why I hit those
Grow for the
particular
customer.
5 questions.
So the whole game has changed on the cultivation side.
Exactly.
Because it's no kind of, if you can connect with the customers and you can drive your brand and you can give the customers quality, consistent work at an affordable price, and you cannot have anybody in between the grower and the customer other than the retailer, then that's survival. So that's why I came out of the shadows and was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go out, develop my brand, because I'm not gonna be at the mercy of all these fucking Walmart farms and the buyers that are, kind of like in the middle.
Right.
And so that's what, that's why I kind of went down the road that we are on now.
Yeah.
And we went from 0 stores to about 60.
0 to 60.
And now we're just trying to, serve the customers with the best product possible at the best price point.
Hell
And
yeah.
we're developing our pre-roll market, and then we'll develop our concentrates. But it's all single source. I don't buy anything from anybody and say it's mine.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's coming from you
Yeah,
directly.
it's just coming from
like
our
you
farm.
grew
Straight
it.
from
Yeah,
Murphy's
we do it.
Ridge.
So it could be QC, the quality control is on point from start to finish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we don't have anybody trying to mark it up to be like, oh, we got to make our middleman price.
Right.
We got to make our value somehow. So the way we make our value and the way we exist is we tax your product before it gets to the customer.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
A lot of people on the customer side at the dispensary, at the retail level, they don't know the difference between like a good quality, affordable product and a $40, $50, $60, $70 eighth. They don't know like, oh, hey, this quality ass product that might be $20 or $15 an eighth out the door is gonna smoke, if not better or equal to a bag that you're gonna pay $40, $60 for.
Facts.
Yeah, that's facts.
That's just
Major
because
facts,
that's
man.
an indoor
Facts.
that's an indoor produced flower, and so there's a lot more cost involved, and we're a different kind of cultivation.
Yeah.
And we don't pass that. We don't pass that. We don't try to like tax our shit so much that the retailer has to charge $25 or $30 an eighth.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
But that's the lane we're in now, and that's the lane we like to try to be in, and we ain't changing.
Who's your dream crush?
What you talking about?
You like every guy has every guy has like a dream crush,
Elaborate.
like an entertainment lady or somebody. Pamela Anderson, I don't fucking know. Who's your dream crush? Like,
I don't know, bro. I've been grinding. I don't really trip on that shit.
You're married too, though,
Yeah,
right?
33 years.
Yeah.
so his crush is his
Talking to a
wife.
grown ass man.
His crush is his
My
wife.
is the shit, bro. I'm blessed.
That's your crush. You
Respect.
crushing on her?
Well, I've been married 33 years.
That's a lot.
Hey,
Yeah.
give her her raise. Give her her raise.
Yeah, no, we got married probably like 93 or something
Okay,
like that.
okay.
We just celebrated 31 years this year.
Nice.
Congratulations,
So we've been
man.
together for like 33 or something.
Where did you get married at?
South Lake.
South Lake.
South Lake Tahoe, baby.
Okay.
Shotgun wedding.
Mm.
Bam, I called her up. I
Bang,
said,
bang,
hey,
choo-choo
babe,
train.
You want to get married?
She
'Cause
said
we already
yes.
had a kid and I was in
Yeah.
the military.
Yeah.
I'm looking at all my other homies that aren't married, and I'm catching this small ass check. I'm like, hey, let's just get married. And it's funny. She's like, are you asking me to marry you? I'm like, I guess
That's what
so.
I said.
And she was like, can you do it by next weekend?
Yeah, but let's go. Hey, that's what's up.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
I noticed that you just was out in Panama, right?
Yeah.
How many countries have you been to?
Shit, I don't know. I've probably been to about 5, maybe 5 or 10.
Can we know? Where have you been?
I've been to Costa. I've been to Hawaii.
Costa Mesa.
Costa
Hawaii's
Rica.
another country, man.
Costa Rica.
Costa Rica.
Costa Rica.
El Salvador, and then Panama, and the Bahamas.
Damn, this man went on vacation.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty much about it. Yeah, not too many other, no European countries.
I was gonna ask. Okay.
I haven't really traveled outside the country that much.
Yeah, that's why I was. That's
So-
why I was like, which one?
Vacations is what you did, yeah.
Well, yeah, pretty much. And then in the last like 10, 15 years.
I'm supposed to
we've
go to
done a
Palm
lot of
Springs
Central
soon.
American
That's
shit.
gonna be my first time.
So curious about like weed in other places because I ain't never been out the country. Like, is any of those places you've been to they have weed and have you smoked it and how was
Yes.
it?
Shit fire.
Is it like California weed or is it just like?
So most of the Central American spots I've been to, I'll either bring product, but in Costa Rica, I had some homies that I can tap. And it was just like indoor old school weed from the 90s.
Oh shit.
It was like some like closet grows, super small 2 lighters, 4 lighters. Nobody's cracking like warehouses down there.
Yeah.
Right.
And they don't really grow a lot of outdoor because it's illegal, and they can't do greenhouse. So a lot of these other spots, it's all super like sketch. Everybody smokes, but everybody's got to keep it on the DL because it's against the law, sort of, or totally.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
Cool.
I got pulled over in Costa Rica one time, and the fucking cops started searching the car immediately, and they started looking at me going, "Where's the where's the weed doing this?" But they weren't saying weed. They were
Giving
saying,
you the signal.
yeah, give me that international signal. And we had pens and shit on us, and we weren't smoking no weed in the cars.
Yeah.
We weren't, that stupid.
Right.
But yeah, I've always had a pretty much, yeah, I've always just brought shit with me mostly. I'm one of those guys that don't give a fuck.
I'm taking that
You taking
pound
that
on a
risk,
plane.
baby.
Yeah.
You taking that risk.
I'll throw a zip under the sack, you know what I'm saying? Just
They're like, hey man, I'm in a wheelchair. I need it. Fuck.
Hey, but without that risk, where would you really be,
Yeah. But no, I usually will bring some shit with me wherever I'm going and then just leave it.
Dream car?
Yeah.
Just definitely.
You got a dream car?
Sure, most definitely.
Dude, I've
Or
had
a favorite car?
Taking it all.
My Sprinter.
That's your favorite car?
Probably one of my favorites.
Okay.
Man.
Yeah. But I've had hella shit. You know what I'm saying? So
You have muscle cars?
I sold my classic. After my injury, dude, my focus has changed.
Right.
So I had the Harleys, the choppers, the bagger. You know what I mean? I've had the.
You sold all your Harleys?
I've sold all the bikes.
Damn.
Yeah, that shit was right out the gate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
But you can still ride a bike, though.
not really, bro.
You don't need your feet, do you?
This guy.
So click the...
That's how I know you ain't never rode a
click
bike.
the
Yeah,
clutch
okay.
or whatever?
Everything is much.
I apologize for my
No, I
brother
ain't never
Jay
rode no
Navy.
motorcycle.
He ain't never
Yeah.
been on a bike, and I can say that shit because I know he has never been on
dude,
a bike.
look like I be
Yes, you
riding
use
bikes
your
on
feet
4.5
to use the
fucking
damn
feet tall.
throttle, my good sir.
Yeah, you
Damn.
But nah, dude. After
What?
After an injury like this, dude, your priorities kind of change. Dream car would be a dope ass RV type thing.
That was
with,
crazy.
Accessibility, but all customed out. I got some goals in mind, but I've
always thought about an RV.
Yeah.
Me
like,
too.
Hey,
I'm headed there.
thinking about like doing some team shit where it's like a RV thing. Like when you had asked me about the car club thing, I was like, nah. For Gerald,
For Jerry.
yeah, we ain't doing that. We figured we should do it, but that's why I was saying on the last episode about the tour bus thing, to where it was big and comfortable for all of our families to be there along with us too. So that we could all
Oh, you
journey
talking about
together.
like putting in on a tour bus?
Hell yeah, but our own tour bus.
Like it ain't gotta
Like-
be like hella expensive, but
Nope.
it could just be like
Our
comfortable.
own bus, like how semi drivers
that.
have their own rig.
I'm with that.
You know what I mean? It'd
Who's
it'd
gonna
like
get
that.
their Who's gonna get their Class B?
Shit.
Yeah, I tell
We
you,
can
bro,
all
on
do
the
it.
RV game, dude, it's all about that fucking Ford it's like a Ford F550 chassis.
Is there a
And it's
trick?
got
Is
like
there
a
a trick to it
27
when it comes to the driving?
Nah, it's just driving, bro.
It's the same thing, right? Just a higher elevation of a ride. You go figure.
You just gotta know how to swing out
Well, yeah, that part you gotta.
before you go over
Like
a
I said,
curb.
semi. You gotta.
Like,
you
or
gotta
someone-
hit them corners like a corner.
Or someone.
You gotta hit
Yeah,
that
or someone.
motherfucker like
You
a
don't see me
corner, baby.
standing here? Fucking take a whole car off the turning lane.
Yeah.
Shit. Hey, but hit them over and then have them go underneath like Fast and Furious. Oh, my bad.
Exactly,
Tumble 'em on the last four
exactly.
wheels, you fucked up, bro.
Straight pancake.
That's
flatten
crazy.
motherfucker.
At that point, they ain't even a car, bro.
Yeah.
Have you ever had
they
to
less
fire
than nothing.
anybody?
Oh yeah.
Were they stealing?
Like I said,
I'm just
excuse my
kidding.
boy
It's
Jay
a weed
Navy, man.
industry.
Yeah, of course.
There's
bro.
thieves, bro. Like,
There's thieves at work.
there's thieves.
I've had some of our fucking best employees fucking
Damn.
trying to.
Employee of the month did it. Fuck.
He said employee of the month.
That was his whole MO from the beginning. Get it good with the boss and hit him blind.
The thing about the weed game is you always got to check the checkers. You always got to watch the watchers.
It's chess.
Chess
moves.
You're always keeping security and theft and all that kind of stuff at in mind.
Yeah.
Have to. You're around hundreds of pounds and tons of product. You're always watching out for that kind of stuff.
Right.
Like if you
catch
really
everybody, bro.
Oh yeah.
Everybody's
a lot of these rappers be rapping about too. Oh yeah, you gonna be on that foundational alertness. Because if not, what is you doing?
Yeah, I mean, but nowadays, that shit's all. The whole cannabis industry has changed. There's still people trying to hit licks and do their thing, but the value in the product is gone. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's a commodity at this point.
They do it for less than nothing nowadays, though. Like for a watch, chain,
but,
you know what I'm saying?
Just pathetic.
Anything that they can see that they can't grind or they do, they gonna do it.
I don't really like to even operate or surround myself with those kind of frequencies.
Right.
So like.
Exactly.
I'm gonna be 5 minutes ahead of that shit and 2 minutes behind it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you try to send out the right energy, bro, you'll avoid a lot.
Facts.
That's exactly what I tell my folks. I say, they're like, because they be calling me up, oh, I have dreams of this. I'm like, look, I'm not out here doing
you
recklessness.
Focus on the negative, bro.
I said, you'll get that. And I was like, I feel like I'm out here really preaching positive and showing a different way, so I don't feel like I really have that. Like, yeah, I'm alert, of course, always, all the time. That's never going to stop. Just me being me. But for everybody else, and what I tell them, I said, to each his own, but with the energy you put out there is exactly what you're going to receive at the end of the day, like how you were saying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that goes back to the karma.
Conscious of your own,
Yeah, your own awareness.
Your own thoughts.
Yep. Because your mind is your own enemy.
Yeah, it's pretty deep, dude.
Yeah.
But I've studied a lot of that shit because I kind of came up around the belief and the philosophy that, for me to succeed, someone else had to fail. Mm-hmm. And it's not true. It's not true at all.
Nope.
But it took, 35 years for me to realize that.
It was like the trick question I asked you earlier, you know what I mean? But your answer was still, it was dead on. You know what I mean? Like it was honest, it was genuine, and it was real.
Well,
and not a lot of people are going to give that answer.
Yeah, that's all I am, bro, is real. I try not to offend people, but at the same time, I got to be genuine and authentic and real with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not out here to hurt anybody's feelings or fuck anybody's vibes up.
You're not a yes man.
Nah. If I don't like something, I'm going to tell you I don't like it. And it doesn't mean we have to fucking not be friends over it. But at the end of the day, if that's how it has to be, then I'm not going to let you know that, something's, right when it's wrong.
Yeah, because shit gotta keep. This guy is rolling, literally.
Like when you catch somebody fucking, trying to snatch some nugs on, cuff some nugs at a grow or something. You're like, hey, bro, what'd you just put up your sleeve? We got you on camera.
Damn.
Like, I don't have a problem looking you in the eye, bro, and asking you why you thought stealing from us or stealing from yourself was okay.
Yeah.
I'll have a conversation with you about that because I want you to become a better person.
Right.
Exactly.
But that don't mean I'm not gonna let you go.
Right.
You got to become a better person at your next job.
Yeah.
Because obviously this wasn't fulfilling enough to you to where you cared about it. But, move
And that's
on.
true.
Right.
You know what I mean?
We got probably about 5 minutes left. We went a little bit over, but we enjoyed your company, your time on the show today. I'm sure we all did.
Definitely.
I have one last question. I thought I was done, but as we're talking, I do have one more question. Were you affected by the fires here?
No.
Okay.
The most recent one?
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay, good.
Diego, so
Okay, good. All right, that's what's up. I was just thinking like, damn, I didn't even ask this guy.
Nah.
I'm on you. I'm like, hey, be at the podcast this time. We'll be there next week. Like, dude, my whole house burnt down to the ground, dude.
Nah,
like,
bro.
Okay.
My heart goes out to everybody though, because having a house burned down when I was younger and losing everything.
Like
bro.
you were telling us
Yeah.
in the beginning. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I had
That's
the
never
clothes on
easy
my
either.
back.
For
That
sure.
was it.
Well, you had 3 girls
Well,
that were ready
you know
for you
what
to
I'm
come home.
Thankfully, one of those girls went to the mall and hooked me up. You know what I'm saying? And went to Macy's or some shit and got me a bunch of
Your wife?
underwear. Yeah, my future wife.
Right.
But that was super nice.
That's
I'm
what's
so
up.
thankful.
Oh, she's a
Socks,
good girl.
Just socks.
She's a
underwear,
good
t-shirts,
gal.
Stuff like that, bro. It's crazy. You know, you don't know what you have until you lose it.
Yeah, that's real.
Factual.
That's real. Anybody got anything else for our special guest?
That was pretty much it,
Nah,
man.
man. Yeah, I mean,
I'm glad I was able to get my high five in there.
Oh yeah, yo, hot five. I like that.
yeah, that was
Sam's
pretty
hot
good.
five.
Good
We
job.
gotta keep doing that.
Good job. Yeah.
Any questions for us?
Nah, man, I'm just blessed to be able to come through. I appreciate
No, for
you.
sure.
Thank
We're
you.
very
Oh
happy to
yeah,
have
wait.
you.
I do want to ask you something else. My bad. Shit. Tell us, the viewers, some of your names of your strains that you have.
So we grow a bunch of different strains. I probably have more strains at the farm that we can run.
What are some that are out on the shelves
But
we
some
can go
of our
cop
staples
today?
right now are like, of course, some of the tried and trues like the biscotti, the gelato, the Zang, the crypto, the Gorilla Glue, the
Crypto.
papaya, the AJ
Papaya.
Sour, the
To the
Gelinade.
The Gelinade.
Man, I'm trying to think of some. The sugar cone, some guava biscotti.
That's a lot, man. That's guy got a menu.
Yeah.
And we have a bunch of other strains. We're gonna start messing with some of our old blueberries, some of our Afghans, some of the train wrecks, some of the chocolate diesels, the strawberry diesels, the Chem Dog.
Chem Dog. Damn, I ain't smoked
The
Chem Dog. in a
diesel.
minute.
Yeah, we got some
Put you on
Master
your ass.
Kush, some GDP, some old school cuts that
Yep,
we're gonna
yep,
bring
yep.
back.
Granddaddy Pert.
Yeah, some GDP.
Hell yeah. When does that come into the market?
It'll be out there. you
Okay.
know. So those are just some of the strains we run, but I can't even. We got a bunch of different phenos we're fucking with, but just some of the old school strains too. Some of the Gorilla Glues. You know, super fun to see the people love the Gorilla Glue, the papaya.
Yeah.
But a bunch of the old the tried and trues too. You know, we love running all the fucking cryptos and the gelatos and shit like that. But yeah, that's pretty much about it right now.
And you
I have to
already
look at
started
the
doing the
menu,
pre-rolls because you brought us a few.
Yeah, and all the pre-rolls are all strain specific. You know, sugar cone, gelinade.
And these all came from you.
Yeah, they're all straight.
Grown from you.
Who packaged the pre-rolls?
At my farm.
So you have
I
a
have
team?
a team,
Okay.
This
Yeah.
man has it.
I
Yup.
have about
He
15
needs
to
nobody
20
else.
People. I got about 15, 20 people on the team.
Mm.
So, you know, from operations.
Hand
manager.
putting them in
Well, we
the...
still hand trim pounds.
That's what's up,
So,
man.
you know,
So-
There's no machines over here doing this shit, y'all.
So your farm is in LA area?
No, Murphy's.
Murphy's.
I'm in Calaveras County.
Okay.
So Murphy's up by Angels Camp. A lot of people have heard of Angels Camp, San Andreas, Sonora.
I was gonna say
Sonora.
if we could probably do like an episode where we take a tour of your farm.
Yeah, someday if you guys come up north, you know, like I said, I'm
Yeah,
about
up north.
5-6 hours
Yeah.
from where we're at.
Man,
in
that would have been
LA.
dope.
And then get like the start. Like, this is where we started
It's a
at.
little bit of a,
This is the process. From like farm to like package, huh?
Yeah.
It could also be a little bit of a shock for a lot of people because, you know, I'm in the cuts.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, you know, it's not, you know, there's no cities around me.
Right,
You know,
right.
It's like the smallest town is Murphy's,
Right.
which is about, you know, 5-10 miles from the farm. But, you know, that's an historic little gold mining town. It's just one street.
Yeah. No, yeah, I know about being up there, Sonora and all that. I've been up there. I had family up there
Yeah.
that lived there
Stanislaus.
on a acres and ranch and shit.
Stanislaus National Forest.
Yep.
That's where we're at. Stanislaus National
Stanislaus County is like Modesto,
we're
Stockton, right?
Yeah, Stanislaus County.
Because I've heard that. I heard that. I was like, Stanislaus. Wait, I heard that.
Yeah, Stanislaus County is south of San Joaquin County.
Right.
Kind of almost touches Alameda County
Yeah.
and Santa Clara County.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's all Central Valley,
Yeah.
but Stockton.
I heard this. How do you say it again?
Stanislaus.
Stanislaus. Yeah, I knew I heard that somewhere.
Yeah.
It's time.
Okay.
Kind of a little hidden county a lot of people don't know about. You know.
Also, besides the flour, you have the pre-rolls. What else do you have?
We do some small batch drops on our concentrates, our diamonds, crumble, batter.
Okay.
But that's just mostly up at Premier Society. So from like Fresno up to Stockton, over to Santa Cruz.
Okay.
A lot of those
Out there taking dabs out there.
Yeah, a lot of those concentrates don't even hit all the stores.
Yeah.
Those
Damn.
are small batch.
Right. Okay, so are you gonna be working on more of that coming? More?
Yeah. This next year,
All right.
probably 25. We're gonna be working on some collaborations with some of our rosin homies, Hash and Flowers, different like cartridge companies like Cold Fire, different stuff like that. They'll do our farm and they'll produce the product.
Would you ever consider, because we do a lot of shows, we're all artists here, we all rap, and we do a lot of shows. Would you ever consider doing like a pop-up at one of our shows? Because there's a lot of vendors that come. Weed vendors, food vendors.
I'm always open to everything. Because now I'm trying to drive the brand. You know, I'm out just doing...
Like bring some merch, bring a little bit, a couple pre-rolls, you know, just to show your product.
Hit me up, let me know.
All right, man. You heard that?
Roll through.
You know how we used to do the thing with the...
You do, because I got gelato mixed with some live resin right there for you.
You know how we used to do the shows...
that's a sad blunt.
With Pac.
Huh?
You know how we used to do like the little events with Pac One and Savvy. You know
That's
how a
what
lot
I'm
of
talking
vendors
about
would
this
come.
last
We could
episode.
have him
Pac
set.
One.
We
That's
could
what
have
his
him
name.
set up
Pac
and
One.
have his sign, his board, his Murphys, all that. You know what I'm saying?
We can most definitely make that happen, bro.
That's what I'm saying, bro. And have it legit. You know,
Matter of fact,
we know a lot of people that throw.
we're
these
gonna make it
events.
happen.
Yeah.
make it happen.
Yeah, let me know.
We gotta.
We're gonna do that.
We're gonna do that this year.
We're gonna do that.
We're gonna
Stay on
we're
the
gonna
lookout for
do
Murphy's Ridge, y'all.
collab over
Because
here,
he's gonna
guys.
pop out a pop out. You
Yeah,
dig?
2025. We got some shit
Shit.
coming for you guys.
Come on
You
now,
heard it
heavy
first
hitters is hitting
on the
heavy.
Bruddaz podcast.
Yeah.
What did you say, Seth?
I said heavy hitters is hitting heavy.
Oh yeah.
If they
Like
didn't
this.
know, now they know.
Jesus, this is what I like to call a bomba clot.
Yeah.
This is a bomba clot. Hey, and you were talking about the Jamaicans noticing your colors, right?
Yeah.
I bet you the ones at Lake Merritt love it. There's a lot. If you guys are Bay Area natives and grew up in Oakland or are for anything familiar about Oakland, San Francisco area, Richmond, whatever, everybody knows about Lake Merritt, and there's a whole bunch of Jamaicans. I don't know how they got there, but they're just there. They don't even leave. They like live at the lake, dude. Like they'll harass your ass too. Don't buy any weed from them.
Just like how Cubans end up in New York.
Yeah, I know, but
I'm taking you never seen shot this.
I have, but I never.
That's
I
how
don't.
they get there.
I'm like, how the hell did y'all get here? It's like a really like a group of like a whole family of these motherfuckers. Like, how the fuck did y'all just?
It's the
And they're
same
just
thing like
speaking.
any
They're
other-
speaking their
any
Jamaican,
other
eating their
ethnicity,
Jamaican
man.
food, speaking
We
their
find
language.
the way.
Right
There's
smack dab
always a
in
way.
middle of Oakland. Like, goddamn, okay,
Yeah.
it's Jamaicans here, y'all.
Pass that to bro.
But yeah, man. We appreciate having you, man. You know. and-
Yes, thank
Appreciate
you.
coming.
Yeah, you're the first guest of season 2. You know,
Yes.
usually last season we had
Can we get
guests
an ashtray?
every single episode. But you know, you're our first guest, so we're really happy to have you, and we appreciate the gifts that you gave us,
Thank
man.
you. Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir. Shout out to
you a tray
Murphy's
right
Ridge once again.
Oh, I got it.
Oh, you okay? Perfect.
You know I can't.
CEO of Murphy's Ridge,
Oh, I know.
Sean.
Yeah, we'll definitely be shouting you out all the time, man. You know, we really appreciate you as a guest.
Definitely,
We really
yeah.
do.
It's
And we
my
love
job,
having you, man. It was a blessing to have you here.
Appreciate it. Yeah, nice having you guys as company.
The Brothers
Yeah,
Podcast.
Brothers
Brothers Podcast.
This is our company. This is our company.
Yeah. Anything
Yes.
else, you guys, before we wrap it up?
We're the founders of this.
This is also shouts to my dog Risk in the cut.
Yeah.
Shouts to him. This is his studio. This is
Shout
where
out
we do
Risk
our work
Studios.
at. This is where we put in work and so
As soon
forth.
as we end this
you know?
work, we're gonna put in some more work.
Yes, sir.
Because after we're doing this podcast, we wrap this
Working on a
up,
song.
and we're doing what?
Working on a song.
Working on
Yeah.
We're working on a
a
song.
new song
Yes,
you
sir.
never heard of,
Yada.
and you probably won't hear it if
Probably
you're
won't.
not subscribed and following us.
And if
on
you
our
don't come on
socials
the
that are
damn
linked
21st,
right
you for sure ain't gonna hear it.
Yeah.
here. Well, we're never gonna hear your album because you got. When is that gonna happen?
Mm.
Hey, no, maybe shit. Christmas 2028.
You gonna get it. You gonna get it this year sooner than you think.
We're all waiting, dude. Anticipating that shit.
Yeah.
Well, you know, we gotta get to this track first.
He's a road runner.
Here we go.
Gotta keep this shit rolling, man. Sean from Murphy's Ridge, thank you for being on the Bruddaz podcast today, man. We enjoyed the company. We enjoyed the smoke. We enjoyed the session. We about to enjoy more of it.
Yes, sir.
I'm JAYDANAVY.
I'm Savvy6.
And I'm your boy, YUNGSAV.
And together we are the Bruddaz
Bruddaz
podcast,
Man is right
baby.
behind the camera.
Oh, and with our cameraman. Don't forget our cameraman.
Man is behind the camera.
King MAYNOR.
Yeah,
Yes.
Miss Sean from Murphy's Ridge, y'all. Go ahead and check him out. I'll put all the links down there in the description down below. Whether you're watching on Spotify or if you're watching on YouTube, all of our links, you can find all of us plus Sean all at the bottom. So check that out. Get all the links.
Yeah, it's shopmurphysridge.com. Check that out too.
Yep, get all that merch. Get your merch up.
Yup.
You
Again,
see it?
Yeah,
You
right
see
here.
it?
Yep.
Gave us some hats and stuff, man.
Oh,
Trays and all
super
that.
dope. The hats
Yeah.
are super, bro. Colors
So,
on point. I love
you
it.
know.
I'm rocking it.
Right on. All right, y'all. Well, this is going to conclude season 2, episode 19 with Sean of Murphy's Ridge and the Bruddaz podcast.
Yes,
We're
thank
going to see you guys in the next episode for episode 20. So make sure you guys stay tuned, stay locked in, subscribe. And remember, the love is heavyweight, baby.
Never light.
Don't forget to like and follow.
Let's go.
Yeah, it's the Bruddaz Podcast.